Good morning, boys and girls. I'm so glad that you came to join me again today. I have a question for you. As you've been outside in this beautiful weather we've been having, have you noticed all the different types of flowers that are growing all around? Some of the flowers are really little, some are a little bit bigger, some grow all by themselves, some grow in big bunches. They all smell so pretty and there's so many different colors. I would like to talk to you today about flowers. Did you know that flowers have a job? They're not just to look pretty in your yard, they actually have a job. I have a story to share with you today. The name or title of our book is called Flowers. 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 The author of our story is VJ Christie Bodock. Boys and girls, the book I'm going to read today is not a fiction book. It's not a story that someone has made up in their head. It's actually a nonfiction story. Do you remember nonfiction means that there are real things in this book, real facts that we can learn about flowers? Like, what is the job of a flower? All right, as I read, use your listening ears, please, and see if you can hear what the job is of a flower. All right, let me open to page number 1. The book is a little bit floppy, so I have to hold it with 2 hands as I read today. Plants need flowers. Flowers make seeds and fruit for plants. Flowers come in many colors, shapes, and sizes. Hey, they told you the job the very first sentence. Listen again. Flowers make fruit and seeds for the plant. That is their job. It's where the seeds are made so that a new plant can grow later on. Huh, they told you right away. These are flower buds. Flower buds grow on a plant's stem. The buds open up and become flowers. So the bud, these little pink circles, those are the flowers all closed up tight. And then when the sun and the rain warms them up, they open up and you see the beautiful flower. Flowers have pollen inside. Pollen helps flowers to make seeds. Inside every flower is this yellowy powder stuff, and the powder can rub off on other things like bumblebees or birds or butterflies. And then when they go from one flower to another flower, they carry some of that yellow powder called pollen to the next flower and to the next one. And when that pollen mixes inside the flower, it mixes up. That's how seeds are made. Parts of the flower turn into a fruit. Seeds grow inside the fruit. New plants grow from the seeds. Here is the flower. It's all shriveled up and dying, but don't feel bad for it because it has left a fruit. And then inside that fruit are growing little seeds. Hey, this is a pumpkin plant. The pumpkin flower has died and it's left a teeny tiny little pumpkin. And it will grow bigger and bigger, and by Halloween, it'll be big and orange and ready to make a jack-o'-lantern. All kinds of flowers. Colorful flower petals attract birds. The birds sip on nectar that is inside of the flowers. There's a hummingbird. Hummingbirds have long beaks and they reach inside to drink the nectar. Nectar is a sticky, sugary liquid that is inside the flower. And remember what else is in there? The pollen. And when they reach in, a little bit of that pollen gets on the beak, and they go to another flower, and the pollen mixes. And what does it make when the pollen mixes? Do you remember? Seeds, that's right. Roses have soft petals and they smell really good. Roses grow on bushes, so they don't grow all by themselves. They grow in groups on big bushes that are like trees. Flowers we eat. We can eat flowers, not all flowers. This is cauliflower. It's a white flower. We eat it raw or cooked. Have you ever gone to a party and they have cauliflower cut up and you can dip it in some ranch dressing? Oh, it's very crunchy and delicious. Or sometimes you might cook cauliflower at home. It's delicious cooked too. This is an artichoke. An artichoke is a flower bud. Remember, the bud is when the flower is all closed up. See how it's all closed up? It hasn't opened yet. The flower bud, called an artichoke, makes good dip or sauces. So they take each of the petals off and they scrape it and they use the stuff that's inside to make dip with. I wonder if you can dip cauliflower in it. I bet you can. Wonderful flowers, plain or pretty, large or small. Flowers help plants make, what do they make? What do the flowers make? I can't hear you. That's right. Flowers make seeds and fruit. Good job, everybody. All right. Now it's time for your challenge. Because our book was a science book, a book of nonfiction, I thought we would do a fun science experiment. I'm so excited because I really had a fun time getting this ready for you. Here are the things you're going to need. You're going to need some white paper, kind of thin, like copy paper, okay? You're going to need a pencil, a pair of scissors, and some crayons. Oh, and you're going to need a circle shape because our flower is going to be a circle, okay? The first thing you're going to need to do is to take your white paper and whatever circle shape you pick. It can be any size as long as it fits on the paper, okay? So hold the circle shape up, take your pencil or a crayon and trace around the outside so that all the way around, so that when you're done, you have a circle shape, okay? Before you cut it out, you need to decide what color you want it. Take color, your favorite if you want, and color the whole thing in. Boys and girls, it's okay if you go outside of the lines because you're going to cut the whole thing out and it won't matter. This part will get cut off, okay? I've already got one cut out for you so that we don't have to take the time to do that. I've cut my circle and I've colored it purple, my favorite. So the first thing you're going to do now that you have your circle is you're going to fold it in half. You're going to keep the purple color on the inside. So fold it in half. There you go. It sort of looks like a taco, doesn't it? But we're not done. We're also going to fold it again. If you take the corner and connect it to the other corner, there you go, just like that. And crease it again. You're going to fold it again in half. Match up the corner to the corner. All right. It's not a taco anymore. It looks like a tiny ice cream cone. Now, you're going to fold the pointy part down to touch the bottom here, okay? You might need a grown-up, boys and girls, to help you do this because the paper's getting a little thick and it's harder to fold. Okay, so fold the pointy part down to the bottom part, all right? And then you're just going to open it back up. When you folded it, it made a little line. Now you're going to need your pencil again, and you're going to make a dot right in the middle of that line. Let me make it so you can see it. There you go. A dot on the fold line. Okay. Now you're going to take your pencil and you're going to draw a line from the dot down to the corner, from the dot down to the corner. I'm going to put it down for a minute, or maybe I can do it up here like this. Okay, so from the dot to the corner and from the dot to the corner. And you've made a little triangle. You're going to cut that triangle out. The paper is kind of thick because you have folded it so much, so you might need to ask a grown-up to help you do this. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut from the corner up to the dot and stop. Then I'm going to go to the corner and I'm going to go to the dot again and stop. There. There's my triangle all gone. When I open it up, I'm going to have a beautiful flower. What is the job of a flower? Do you remember? It makes something. Peanut butter, right? No. Let's see. It makes, oh, I remember. It makes seeds and fruit. Okay, I remember now. I'm going to open up all those folds that I made. And there I have a beautiful flower. It looks like a star almost. All right. Now I'm going to turn my flower into a bud. Remember, a bud is before the flower opens up and it's all closed up. And I'm going to make my bud by closing up each of those pointy parts. So I'm going to fold one down at a time. I'm going to fold it down and the next one down and the next one down and the next one down and the next one. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now I have a flower bud. But it's not really very pretty like that. I want it to open up and come back to being that flower. I have a magic way to help make that happen. Would you like to see how I do it? All right. I need to turn my camera to the side because I have something over here on the side that's going to help us open that flower bud up. Okay, I'm going to stand up and turn the computer there. I'm going to fold it down. Can you see? Can you see my dish full of water? The water, boys and girls, is going to help Mrs. Becker open the flower bud up. It's kind of a magic trick. Watch what happens. I'm going to take the flower bud all closed up and I'm going to place it right in the middle. And all I want you to do is watch. I'm going to drop it gently right in the middle and I want you to watch. Can you see what's happening? I had the flower bud and now it's a flower again. It's all opened up. I'll move it over here into the middle so you can see it. Look at all the petals have opened up, boys and girls. And now we have our flower again. Isn't that cool? It's almost as if it's magic. I wonder how the water helps that to do it. I don't know. I'm sure there's a scientific reason. But Mrs. Becker's not always very good at science. I just really thought it was fun to watch it open up. You can make as many flowers in as many different colors as you want. I only did one so that you could see how to do it. All right, that was a lot of fun. I'm going to turn the computer back around. Hi. All right, that was really cool. I loved the way that the water helped make that flower bud open up, just like it said in our story. Remember? We had those little pink buds on the stem, or on the branch, I mean, and then the water and sun helped to open them up, and it became a flower. Wow, that was a cool experiment. I like being a scientist. It's fun. So now it's your turn. Get some paper, a circle shape, a pencil to help you draw the circle shape or trace the purple shape, crayons to color it in. Boys and girls, do not color your circle with magic markers because the magic markers will just get ruined in the water. Magic markers are made with water and they will just go away from your flower. So use crayons for this project. Don't forget to cut your circle out. And when it's all cut out, you're going to fold there's your flower, and you're going to fold one of those petals down, all of them till they're all folded. And then when it's all folded up and it looks like a bud again, you're going to put it in the water and watch it magically open up. All right, there's your challenge for today, boys and girls. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.